Hi, I'm Jeff McErlain, and welcome to this edition of Brooklyn Blues. And this week, I want to show you how to play the Robert Johnson classic Hellhound on My Trail. And now, the version I'm taking, that I'm borrowing from, is Eric Clapton's version. About the time when he put out that Robert Johnson record, he did a cover of this, and then he did a live DVD in the studio where he plays more of a rockin' version. I'll put a link to that YouTube clip. It's a really great version of the tune. So when I was learning it, because I wanted to know how to play it, I realized the form is a little odd, and it's a fun blues to learn. And as opposed to a regular 12-bar blues, the first line of this, which would normally be 4 bars, is actually 5.5 bars long. The second line, which would normally be 4 bars again, is 4.5 bars long. And then the final, what would be your final 4 bars, is another 5.5 bars long. So it's a little weird, and if you're playing with the band, you really need to know how to play it. But it really switches up the evening when you're doing a gig, and it's just a cool tune. So I'll show you how to play it, but let's check out that intro first. It's your basic kind of Robert Johnson, Delta blues, Chicago blues style turnaround. Volume up would be good. So that's the basic idea. He comes in on beat 3, so I've got a little hi-hat click. And when that kind of opens up, you'll have 2 beats, and then you have that you come in right on 3. So we have sliding up this B and a G sharp, really outlining an E7 chord. I'm going to bring that down chromatically. So, or some sort of variation on that. So here, if you think about, really simplify it. So it's E7 down chromatically to E flat 7 to D7 to an E triad. And I can really play with that high E string. So E to the G sharp, to the G. So play around with that. I've heard Clapton play the song live, and it's always a little variation on the same theme. So. Right? Then here is the other turnaround, which he uses quite a bit throughout the song, and is another classic blues turnaround. So I'm hybrid picking this. Really, I'm playing, think about an E7 shape. This is the easiest way to think about it. E7, I'm going to slide that up to the 4th fret. So I have my 2 notes are going to be D and B, and this gives me my high E string in there too. So I'm going to go. So I play that chromatically, just move that lick down. So once again, low E, the D and the B, and then the high E string. I can do the high triplet. Any kind of variation on that. Kind of screwed that one up a little bit, but I can get my B string in there too. Okay, now the little 2-bar phrase. Now what's going on here is I'm hammering on my B to my C sharp, open E, then D, open E again, C sharp. This is back between those 2 notes, so it's... And just let those notes ring. So I have my E7 chord, I'm going to play my low E. And here I'm hybrid picking, get my low E, and then any of those top 3 strings can really ring out. Ah. Now I'm being a little loose because it is loose. As long as you get this sound, and you have this chord shape going on, this E7 to an E6, you're good, all right? So as long as the time is right, you're doing pretty well. All right, now let me talk you through the tune. I'm going to play the chords and play the track and just count the beats, because it's very hard to actually count them and say them and play them at the same time. So let's listen to the track, and we'll get it rolling here. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, turnaround. Watch. Okay, let's take a look at how to play the part. So we have the first thing is D7. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Another B7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's the trick, is just getting that last little phrase right. So the trick about the turnaround is it starts on beat 2. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4. Now the interesting thing about the tune, on the last 6.5 bars, you've got this B7, 2 bars, the B7, and 2 turnarounds in a row. 1, 2, and a lick. And you're back to the top. Now, it is one of those tough tunes to just play just by yourself. The vocals really help. Playing along with the track is really helpful. And also, I would totally recommend, as you're playing along with the track, or listening to the Clapton version, or playing along with this one, just count the beats. Just sit there and count them out loud and use your fingers and hear where that extra bar of 2 is at the end of each phrase. It feels really natural when you're playing the song, but like I said earlier, if you're not, if you were playing with a band and you're not 100% on what's going on, it could be a real train wreck. Okay, so let's just have fun with this one, Hellhound on My Trail. If you like what you see here, please subscribe, and please check me out at jeffmcerlain.com. So, see you soon. Thanks.